if you're looking at yourself, if you can logically analyze who you are skill set wise, what can you, if you could draw like a map as if you were analyzing a case, what logically makes sense from a factual standpoint?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, instead of from an emotional standpoint.
Yeah.
So what I was doing maybe incorrectly prior was I was basing my application from an emotional standpoint. Like I emotionally like the show, therefore I would like to direct this show.
We are the
Get Reelisms podcast.
I am Adam Chase Reddy.
And I am Christine Chen. And surprise, we're both filmmakers.
We get into it by sharing secrets, advice, and gossip in filmmaking.
We even get our other filmmaking friends to share theirs too.
So please, everybody, join us for an
ode
to
filmmaking.
I forgot how to do a podcast.
What's going on, Christine? What did you? We did an intro, but it was, let's just fucking go. At this point.
Every time I get on this podcast, it's like a new day.
By the way, I am so sorry for all of the. I don't know if you're going to cut all that, Christine, but the beginning was with your insane typing. I can't. My ears hurt right now. I can barely hear right now. Oh, so I am so sorry if you are hearing that on the live feed, you guys. I apologize, Facebook. I apologize, YouTube, if you heard all of that. I hope we didn't lose you. I hope you're here. We love you. Kisses. We don't mean to pierce any eardrums here. We're trying to figure this shit out. It's a free podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Christine, what's going on? What's new?
Oh, what is new? Let's see here. I am excited to be... Oh, yeah. So what is new? Some of our projects are getting into film festivals. I don't know which ones, but apparently there's going to be some announcements soon in early May. It is early May. Yeah. Oh, my birthday just happened. So there's
Yes! Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. So April 28th, I'm like, what day is my birthday? April 28th was my birthday. So unfortunately, I'm now not 40.
You're 39. Congratulations.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Age backwards.
So you figured it out. That's crazy.
So I'm now 39, everyone.
Man, I would love to have Benjamin Button disease. Would you?
That would be great, actually.
That'd be crazy.
I am convinced that our dog, really my roommates, but our dog, Daisy, is a Benjamin Button puppy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The older she gets, the crazier, the more puppy she is. Yeah. Yes. That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Daisy, but every time I look at her, I'm like, are you younger? Yeah. What happened? I was like, I swear you are younger. Yes.
What kind of breed is Daisy?
She is
It's your dog and you don't know your own breed of your own dog.
I have blanked out. Jesus Christ. It's the old ages already showing.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay.
It's a Terrier. It is a... God damn it. Okay.
Terriers all perpetually look young. It's true. Terriers just kind of, I don't know about looking young. They just kind of are frozen in the same state. Whether or not they're like 3 years old or 12 years old, they kind of just look the same.
Yes. But she's the most beautiful puppy. I call her a princess warrior.
Aww.
Because she may look cute, but she kills things.
Wow.
Yes.
Like birds and squirrels and stuff?
Yeah, but she's the cutest. So Xena warrior princess, but she's Daisy warrior princess.
But she's just out there massacring animals left and right.
It's great. I know. We love it. Roxy hates it, but me and Casey...
Yeah, I don't know about that. You love that?
Me and Casey secretly think it's pretty badass. We want to have a kill count, like a wall in our house somewhere. Like a kill wall.
Yeah. A death pool, if you will.
Death pool, yeah. An assassin pool. And it would just be like squirrels, rats, birds. And just be like, kill 444, 545, 647.
I usually see cats be doing that. They always catch birds and squirrels and stuff. I barely see dogs really doing that, except for maybe occasionally some.
Yeah.
That's cool. What else is going on in your neck of the woods? You got projects coming up down the pipeline?
Right now, it is what we call Fellowship App Hell season. And so it is a bunch of fellowship apps are due. And
Okay.
the way that I can say that it feels is like applying to a bunch of colleges
Yeah.
without knowing if you're going to get in ever.
Oh, like one of those
happens
situations. Yeah.
And you just write a crap ton of essays about why you deserve to go to those colleges. And you do this every single year, and you never know why you didn't get into those colleges. And
Yep.
you keep doing it over and over again, and you think that your application improves every year, and you don't know like how to change your application, but you still have to do it every year. It happens around this time because you apply around May, April to get into the ones that happen in the fall, basically. And then you apply in the fall to get into the ones that happen in the spring. So it's like a never ending process. And you feel like you're always doing it because it's just, if you're not writing the essay, you're waiting to see if you get in. So yeah, right now it's all the spring ones are, the due dates are coming up. So right now the Film Independent Producing Lab fellowship apps are almost due. I feel like I just turned in some other ones before, some other lab ones. I don't remember anymore. They're all the same. But yes, that is what is happening right now. So it's just been me writing a crap ton of essays that I feel like I've already written before, but writing in a whole different way, trying to improve it just slightly better.
Yeah. That's the thing. So you're just always trying to improve it than the year previously. So you're just always trying to
make it sound
make
better.
it better as best as you can, however that looks.
Yeah, however that looks. But sometimes they do improve because it's amazing what happens when you don't look at it for a year. And then the best suggestion is write it as if you are writing it anew.
Right.
And then, or you will pull out what you did last year and you're like, who wrote this piece of shit? And then you're like, oh, this is why I didn't get in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, whoops. I see. I thought it was great. And then you reread it and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Anything can be improved, but can you say specifically what fellowships you're trying to go after?
Right now is the Film Independent.
Okay.
And I'm also applying to the Sundance Producing Lab as well. And then I'm also applying to, what else am I applying to? It's a shit ton of stuff. But I am trying to get my film en route up and going, basically. And so these labs are supposed to connect you with resources to help link you up with people that can push your film forward, or grants. Sundance is one of them. Film Independent is another one. WriteBack Rise is the other one. WriteBack Rise is a big one. That one isn't specifically a project base. That one is that one's huge because it's like your whole body of work, essentially. And you're going into a covenant almost. Hey, if you get into this program, you're in it for a whole year, and we are sponsoring you as an artist for a whole year next year, and you're basically going to come to our compound, and we are going to shower you with all these resources to help you be the best filmmaker type thing. So that one's like really, but for POCs and stuff like that one's really difficult to
Cool.
get into. I've applied every single year. Yeah, we'll see. But they all require lots of essays, and it's just why this year? Why should we pick you? It's just Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you kind of have to sell yourself and all that that shit. That's a little demoralizing.
It's really hard because there are a lot of superstars, right? You're competing with a lot of people who are very good at their jobs, and you want to, and you. That's the whole point. of moving to LA or moving, you are wanting to compete with the best of the best. So what is there to say? It's just that's life. If you want to be the best, you have to compete with the best, but it's also really difficult to constantly be throwing yourself into a deep, dark hole of
Yeah.
nothingness.
Yeah, because it feels like there's really no. And
And
also,
then
what do you get? Also, what do you get on the other side of it too? So you do get accepted. You do go inside. You get all these resources. That's great. But what does that look like long term, though?
you don't know. That's the thing. You don't know.
Yeah,
There's no guarantees.
there
either way.
isn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And
But
you
yeah,
have to. There's a. Sorry, go ahead, Christina. I
No,
interrupted.
I was saying I am a essay writing machine.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like, I see why these things are very helpful. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble. However, it just feels like I don't know, just like yet another program that is just, listen, we can get you to do better and you're going to be so good.
There's so many programs.
The programs, wow. Can you believe it? There's so many programs. The programs are out of control. This fellowship, they say they gave me resources. And I say, what kind of resources? They said, stop asking questions, you silly goose. Apply to us. Write as many essays as you possibly can. Are we going to read them? Probably not. Probably not. No. That's what PAs are for. I don't read. I never read.
I know.
The last book I've ever read was Cat in the Hat, and it was a beautiful book. Believe me. The programs.
Let's see. I applied to the director's program for the Disney. So that one I had to write why. I had to pick which current television episode I would want to direct, basically. That one I actually feel like I have a leg up.
Like a specific show?
Yeah, a specific show. But I looked at my past essays that I'd written, and I realized I wasn't really strategically applying before because I was applying based off of what shows I liked, which is not exactly super strategic. Because what you like isn't necessarily what you are strategically good at, could be good at directing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So I, before, was applying saying that I would like to direct Abbott Elementary.
Oh, yeah.
Because I really love that show.
Oh, yeah. And that's right up your alley, too, with comedy and everything. Yeah.
That's what I felt. But looking at it and analyzing my skill set and analyzing my portfolio, tell me what you think. Logically, I looked at everything. I'm like, oh, shit, my stuff looks like it would point more to something like The Rookie. Because
I've
my
never
stuff
seen The
is
Rookie,
more
though.
dramatic
Okay.
and more procedural and stuff. Like I have more samples of things where I do stunts and like in Route, Shakespeare on the Range, all that stuff looks serious.
Yeah. True.
So,
yeah.
And I have a leg up because I was a first responder that I highly doubt most of the applicants. I wouldn't think that everyone was a first responder.
Yeah. So The Rookie kind of takes that maybe not so seriously, but there's a little bit of a standardness with some show like that.
Advantage there. So I went back and was like, okay, maybe I'm approaching this wrong, and I need to approach it based off of like logically. If I were to say because of A plus B plus C, then therefore it would be D. Type of thing. Versus I just like this, therefore I want to do this approach. That didn't serve me the last few times I applied. So I had to this time I applied based off of like.
So the meta is to apply based off of what the shows that they're looking for, or like the shows that
I think
is in between them and you, like the shows that you could probably work on.
After talking to certain people who've gotten into the programs, what it sounded like was approach it strategically with if you're looking at yourself and if you can logically analyze who you are skill set wise, what can you, if you could draw like a map as if like you were analyzing a case, what logically makes sense from a factual standpoint?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, instead
Yeah.
of from an emotional standpoint.
Yeah.
So what I was doing maybe incorrectly prior was I was basing my application from an emotional standpoint. Like I emotionally like the show, therefore I would like to direct this show versus
What you can technically do in that said specific show.
technically,
Yeah.
from a logical, factual standpoint, I have evidence from a lawyer perspective. My evidence points to, because I have evidence that I have done stunts. I have evidence that I have done this. Evidence visually, look at these facts.
Yeah.
Evidence shows that I can do this.
I
That
see.
might be a stronger support.
Like set you up to fail for that one then, right? Because they say, oh, what's your favorite show? When it's, okay, what's technically the best show that might reflect your work? You know what I mean? Like you should rewrite that. That's a little sneaky. That's a little sneaky. We don't like sneaky. It's very sneaky. You can't do that. No. You can't do that.
So yeah. So we'll see. So that's one of the things I apply to. What's this other one? But yeah, so WriteBack Rise, Sundance Development Lab.
That's not to say that like these fellowships are not useful in any way, shape, or form. I'm sure they are. It's just the craziness of what you have to go through and the mind games you have to like mentally gymnastics your way through is a little silly. And the pool of people applying, I can only imagine is crazy. You know what I mean?
So many,
it's a lot of
everybody's
fucking
doing,
people,
like, a
probably.
million things and like
Yeah.
so much stuff, and you
Totally.
just feel like constantly that you're behind, because the thing is, if you're like, I just finally always feel like I'm so disadvantaged, mainly because like in Austin, I didn't have a lot of access to certain things.
No.
Like we're not in a city that just has TV shows all the time. And,
No.
and people are always working on TV shows, and so I can't say, hey, I've IPA'd on these TV shows because they weren't there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then I can say that I've AD'd on these features and stuff like that. So, but it's just, I guess it's just how you reframe things. But we'll see. It's just a constant. I just feel like I keep throwing.
But it's also a lottery too, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, super boring, but that is what I'm doing right now.
No, but I hope you do get something, especially with how much work you put into it. They deserve to, or sorry, you deserve to fucking get at least somewhat of a fucking response for something.
It's just a never-ending game of applications, always. Oh, another thing I guess that just happened is Scene Lab. So we had another Scene Lab for Get Reelisms, which is always fun. If you don't know what Scene Lab is, my friend Elizabeth True, who is also a guest of our podcast, also a actress from Ursley and many of my former projects. She also founder of We Are Good Buds and super awesome dear friend of mine. We created this organization or event called Scene Labs, which is where we solve both of our problems. Is how do we get to practice our craft live? I wanted to have more opportunities to practice directing, and she wanted more opportunities to continue to workshop and practice acting, but really get to work with directors and in a live setting. And so Scene Lab is basically directors who are workshopping things that they're writing and with live actors.
That's cool.
And, yeah, and so we've done 5 now. So we finished. So we just have had our 5th one on April 29th. The theme was verticals. So 4 directors workshopped one scene from their vertical. And that was fun. So there were some really cool scenes. And it's always, I find that some of the best ways to learn is to observe how other people do it. And unfortunately, when you are directing, you don't get to see other directors direct because there's only one director on set. And we directors don't get to watch other directors. That's
No.
partially why I decided to start ADing, because I felt, okay, if I get to AD, I get to watch other directors.
Yeah.
But then what I started to realize was I ended up working with a lot of directors that really sucked.
Yeah.
But I have also worked with some great directors. So, but
you worked with those directors. You have to pull their weight and your weight at the same time.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah. It was, no offense. I've worked with some excellent directors, and it's just getting to the point where I'm realizing I'm not doing what I'm passionate about anymore. So, yeah. So, no fault of anyone. It's just more of a career. You only have limited time, and if you have to be very intentional with that time, right? And there comes a time when you have to be like, hey, does what I am focusing on serve my ultimate goal? And if it doesn't, I have to limit the time and energy that I put towards this, because if I continue to sink more time into it, it's only going to take time away from my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
That's all. Cleanse the chaos.
And did you kind of apply that same logic with the fellowships, like in that application, in those applications?
In that process,
Because you can only do so much, right? Like,
Yeah,
you can't
I mean-
really force yourself to get these people to read your shit. You can fill out the application and just, all right, I got to move on to other shit, so I won't be sitting here with anxiety and stress and
You know
worried about
what?
this shit.
Yeah, I really feel like this year is the first year that I really spent a lot of focused time on these applications, because usually when it comes to this period of time, I'm usually on so many sets that my time is so spread thin that the applications are done in between sets and thrown together with what little time I have in between. So they are done as well as they can be with what unfocused energy I have when you wrap.
Phoned it in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that, because I intentionally took the time to say, hey, I am taking a break from aiding to intentionally focus on directing, and putting 100% of my energy in these applications that are supposed to be for my directing career, that it is reflecting into these applications. It's funny because I'm like, I feel like I'm writing the same darn thing, but maybe these micro adjustments are enough that they do make a difference, right? And I guess when you get to that top tier level, they aren't going to be huge adjustments, right? It's just tiny adjustments that make one application just slightly better than the other.
Improving every time.
Just as good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. But I am putting everything into it now. So what else can I do, universe?
Yeah. But at least maybe this is a learning process, you know what I mean? Of just knowing how to budget your time and just what energy you want to spend most on, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I'm sorry the shit's been frustrating, but at the same time, it also feels like like it feels like a nice thing for you because now you have this time to just focus on those specific things and hone that craft rather than being spread thin and then phoning it in. Right.
Yes. So now I have the time where I am sitting and writing the essays and really hyper fixating on them and everything, and having the time to create. And because of that, I am the next guest actually later is one of my best friends here, Mylene Briggs, founder of Killam Media. But we are developing a whole new series that we've been co-writing, co-directing, co-editing, she's primarily the editor. She's actually the editor. I co a lot of other things called Friends in Film, that is basically us, or really me, going back to how I started in this industry, which is just making things
Yeah.
and making art for the sake of art, making films for the sake of making films, and getting better at being a filmmaker by making films, because I giving myself the time to create. And it's kind of cool to be like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm back to square one again when how I started Moth to Flame.
But are you though? Because you have all this treasure trove of knowledge and experience and a decade of failures and
now.
successes. Yeah. So you just, if anything, it's like you're closing the loop.
Yes, closing the loop is probably a better metaphor for sure. Yes, closing the loop. Going back to one, closing the loop is exactly what it is. Yeah. But it's so weird doing what I started off doing, but in the beginning it was like more of an experimentation.
Right.
Figuring it out. And now is with the knowledge, knowing what I know, and now creating with more intention, knowing what I know.
Because I'm sure you probably had an expectation of, oh, it's just only going to go up from here. It's only going to go up, baby. And you're like, it does if you really want to rationalize it that way. But I mean, at the same time, you have all this experience and all this knowledge. Now you're able to successfully execute something that otherwise you wouldn't have understood, especially when it comes to verticals. Verticals is such a new thing that people are still trying to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Especially AI and the advancement of filmmaking and all that. But for the most part, yeah, it's an untapped market that can and should be used in a way that can be creative for a lot of people. Especially, there's no overhead people telling them what the fuck to do when people are already watching verticals by the droves. So you can create really anything with verticals. You're not really just adhered to, because like I was talking to a mutual of ours in the film, and he's worked on verticals. And I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, but there's only one really, it's like a formulaic way of making verticals. And I'm like, I'm sure on paper that's true, but in theory, probably not, right? Because it's like filmmaking is not linear. So when it comes to another medium of, let's say, verticals, you can still make whatever the fuck you really want to make, as long as people are interested in it. You know what I mean? People are not going to be interested in a David Lynchian, like art housey kind of thing when really the abuelas are into the soap opera shit. You know what I mean? And they're just kind of watching it in between their breaks. Just to kill some time. I don't know.
No, it's interesting. Yeah, supply and demand, bitches. That's how it always is.
Yeah. So, by the way, can you wake up your computer or something, because your camera's frozen on Facebook, YouTube side?
My bad. Yes.
It's good. We just got to see the consistent. There it is. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's because I went to sleep. That's all.
It's all good. There's something I was gonna mention, and I forgotten. Oh, are you seeing anything like more? Because you're in the center of it. So are you seeing like any movement in terms of verticals? You're seeing like any big players like being like, yeah, we're getting into the vertical business.
What I'm seeing with Vertical Land is
Vertical land.
vertical land.
It's Disneyland, but vertical.
I'm seeing that it's only growing. I'm seeing movement where studios and unions are wanting to get into it, which only means that it's growing. Once the unions and the studios want a piece of it, that means it's only going to grow more. I'm seeing that brands are trying to get into it. You know that there's branded verticals now.
Yes, we were talking about it with Avi
Yep.
last week. Yeah.
Yep. I'm seeing that the vertical quality is increasing compared to what they started
In
off
terms
with.
of production value, right?
Yeah, production value
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And client expectations are obviously increasing and stuff like that. I've seen some of the stuff that like Avid and their production company has put out, and it's like really impressive, the stuff that they've been able to do. And as technology and AI and stuff like that allows for accessibility for how images can be produced and stuff like that, I just think that it's just cheaper. There's just cheaper ways of producing the same results for certain things, which then
Totally.
allow us to push the boundaries of storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one doesn't need to, like it doesn't have to be like a thing of, oh, that script that you were working on for years, turn that into a vertical and it will work. Sometimes it can, and you can make it so that it can work, or you can use vertical as a means of pushing your actual feature like out there by way of making clips or trailers or whatever. There's not just one way to do this, but yeah, like I don't see you know what's interesting is that I don't see verticals really going anywhere, but I don't necessarily know where, like, how you can innovate more with verticals. You know what I mean? I guess only platforms, right? Because platforms would have to engage in a way like YouTube does when it comes to getting just videos out there, but not so much like TikTok, where it's just a social media platform, right? Where it's like, it's a platform, maybe Netflix model, where you have quality content coming from an app that doesn't necessarily have to be like whatever, like TikTok worthy. It could just be like on a different app with filmmakers that make vertical shit, like famous filmmakers. I see that happening in the future, probably, in terms of innovation and growth. But yeah, I think verticals are really going to be here to stay. Even though I was a denier. I was a denier though for a while.
I have no doubt verticals are here to stay. And
Yeah.
And the reason why is because they're cheap to make and they're easy to make. And when something's cheap to make and easy to make, and you can have, then it of course it's easy to stay. Cheap to make, easily accessible. And then you get quantity. And when something is quantity based and easy to spread around, then it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah. And it's so easy. Yeah, you're right. It's so easy to do, and you can make so much out of it. It's kind of,
that's why social media was so prolific.
yeah.
It's easy to pass around.
And now Instagram has turned into reels. It's all just fucking reels. No one's sharing pictures anymore. They're all just kind of posting reels at this point. Even Get Reelisms, we've been posting a lot more, which, by the way, those reels are quality. Just saying. They're great. We love them. Go like them. But yeah, I don't see this app fundamentally transformed for the sake of verticals. Instagram. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's all really, is it all because of TikTok? I don't know if it's all because of TikTok, but like I feel like that's a huge fucking part of it. You know what I mean?
TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts.
I think was a big thing. I think it's just like,
oh, that's the other thing too. The YouTube phone app. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But like the YouTube phone app now just feels like a fucking vertical.
wow.
That's crazy. I stopped watching shit sideways on my phone on YouTube now. I always watch a vertical on YouTube now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that till now, because like when I'm thinking, when I'm like chilling on set after I'm done set decking, like I just am like diddling on my phone all the time. And like I noticed me opening up YouTube, I'm not looking at shit that's like sideways anymore. That's fucking nuts. That's crazy. Anyways.
YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm getting old. I'm definitely getting old. God, this camera. It's like this camera just decides to go out of focus, probably because I can't sit still. So this camera is just, please stop. I'm trying to focus. That's cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting, and I always find it's very fun when a new way of storytelling comes, because then you see new stories come.
Yeah.
Like when Vine came, then you find all these new creators, new interesting stories.
What'd you say? When
Vine.
what? Oh, Vine. Yeah.
There's some like cool ass creators that popped up.
Oh, yeah.
And then right now you're seeing really neat content creators or Instagram reels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so it's just a race to like make content that who makes good content, right?
Yep.
So I always find it to be so it's the Wild West, but it can be anybody right now. So it's full of experimentation, and because it's a new ground for artistry and a new ground for it's like it can be anybody's game, and because of that there's less gatekeeping.
Yeah.
And that's because like people are tired of gatekeeping in Hollywood. And I actually find that I think that's what makes this world interesting, because you feel like you're more in control of your destiny or fear or whatever, right? Really breaks through the wall. Even though there's a lot of noise, there's more opportunity to break through the bullshit, because unfortunately Hollywood is so ironclad in terms of what you get through because of the politics, that even if you're good, the likelihood of you getting seen is still so difficult because it's so filtered. But with the vertical world, the YouTube shorts, the reels and stuff, that's why it's so exciting, is because the possibility of you getting seen seems more democratic. It's driven by the audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just feels that way out.
They vote with their wallets. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then it just feels like if you're good, or you can create something that people are excited about, you can have more impact. Just like, case in point, this is very small, but I made one graphic that just happened to go viral on Get Reelisms. Super random. It's literally one graphic. It was the graphic that was like 15 things that you would say, or things that aren't taught in film school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't know that went viral. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's got like 1,000 something.
Oh, fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's insane. But just seeing the power of that.
Yeah.
And understanding, hey, if you create something that clicks with people, and there is a bigger chance of it being seen by people than you would ever have that in Hollywood.
Traditional media. Yeah.
In traditional media, because it's so gate-kept. And because of that, I think that's why there's such a mad rush to create, and why it's so exciting in the vertical space right now.
I hope the independent creators take that vertical space for their own. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because nothing against branded content, nothing against studios and whatever, but to have that be like a medium that can be an independent filmmakers showcase. I don't know how else to explain it. I feel like is far beyond more potential than relying in the studio system and all the gatekeepiness of Hollywood, and just really just if you want that voice out there, you got to start making content. You got to start
Yeah.
making. You got to start making all that shit happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that kind of is a nice segue to our next guest. But
Yeah,
that's,
it's time. Yeah, stick around, y'all. Was there anything you want to say before we head out, Christine?
no, that's about right, because I see Mai is watching this video and she's ready to join.
Okay. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. GetReelisms.com. Pick up your books. Pick up your hats. Pick up tees like these. I
Yeah.
did laundry today, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
and I need to do laundry, so that's why I don't have mine.
Yeah, that's right. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please stick around. We're going to have our guests come in just a couple of minutes. But yes, GetReelisms.com to pick up your books, pick up your baby book, pick up your regular book, and pick up
Check it out.
courses. I'm sorry. Film courses? Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that correctly. GetReelisms.com, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I will see you guys on the other side. Ta-ta for now.
Peace out. See you soon.